Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video, let's talk about the keyword var. So we went over some things like int, double, string, right? We've done all of those things. And by the way, there's a lot more types out there. These are called primitive types. And a primitive type is basically something that's already built in the system. We can make our own types in the future, but that's way in the future. But the ones that are built into the system are called primitive types. All right, so we don't have to create our own type. Now, when we use something like int a, we could use something called var. And var is a keyword, var not char. Var is a keyword that says this next thing is a variable, but the exact type I'm not clear. So that goes against the static typing, right? It's more of dynamic typing, but not quite. So what this says is var a, and then as soon as you initialize it, the type becomes determined. Oh, it must be initialized. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so you have to initialize it immediately. You cannot just declare it and then initialize it later. If you're going to use the keyword var. If you're going to use int, that's possible because you have to tell, this is what we call implicit, implicit typing. So it's implied because you give it the value 1 that a from now on will be an int from now on. You cannot change it. You could change the value, right? That's okay, but you can't change it to like a double, right? You can't do that. That will give you an outright error. When do you use var? At this stage in our programming, basically never. You just don't use it. In the future, you may see people actually use it. And the reason you use it is because when it doesn't make a difference what type you have, and you're going to use it immediately. For example, right here, var equals a equals 1, and then we're going to print it out on the console. What difference does it really make what a actually is? It's a string, it's a double. What really difference? All we really care about is printing this over here. So that's a completely legitimate use of the term, of the keyword var. Again, could you use int? Of course you could. But if you're in a hurry and you're going to type it out, it seems fine. And plus, sometimes you use var to tell people that this variable is only going to be used very locally. You're not going to use it very much in the future. It's just for right in this particular circumstance. So it lets you know that this is not a very important variable. There might be some other benefits to it itself. I don't actually know, but just we'll keep that in mind. There might be something. I just don't know. So just a mention, because if you look at some code, you might see people using the keyword var. Just keep that in mind. It just refers to this variable could be any type of type. It doesn't matter. What will matter is what follows here. What matters is the value you give it when you initialize it, because you have to initialize it at the same time. That's what will determine what type this is. Okay? And that should work. It does. Okay, cool. Thanks a lot.